So there are two aquarium products that have changed my entire breeding operation for the better. And now Aquarium Co-Op carries both of them. And tonight I want to give you my pros and cons on both of them. I think cons because honestly I love these two products. And just so everybody knows, not a sales pitch. Alright guys, let's get started with this. So in the big box down here, this is a package the Aquarium Co-Op did send to me, part of their brand ambassador program. So Corey did send this out to me for free. And in the smaller box is actually two of the same product of what is in the first box, and I liked it so much that I actually bought two before I even knew that these were coming to me. So let's go ahead and get started with this though. I really want to get into this and show you tell you why I like these products so much. And these are two products that I actually been using in my fish room for a few weeks now, even before I knew that Aquarium Co-Op was going to potentially be stocking these, carrying these items, right? So I have some legit time under my belt with these products and have actively used these in my fish room, so I can truly give you my opinion on these items and why I like these items so much. All right, let's get that out of the way. So the first thing we're going to start with, and this is, seriously, this has changed my breeding operation, and that's because I do focus a lot right now on mouth brooding species. So one of my favorite fish in the fish room, and that's really what inspired me to try this product, is my Egyptian mouth brooding dwarf cichlid. Beautiful little dwarf cichlid. It does amazing in planted aquariums. It's actually where I have my first colony in, and it's the multicolor Victoria. And then actually of the same genus, I guess, right? I brought in two more species of Egyptian mouth brooders. I now have the philander and the Nicolosi, and they are beautiful fish. My gosh, these fish show some incredible colors. I've got a really good picture of my male multicolor Victoria, and I have had success raising these eggs. So a mouth brooding cichlid is they bring the eggs into the mouth, the female does, and they tumble them in their mouth. Now there's other, like the betta macrostoma does this. There's some other betta species that do this. So there's other fish that do this. A lot of it is in that cichlid family. But the thing that the Aquarium Co-Op has started carrying now is the new, I can't say new, it's been around for a while because I actually have one. And I've known other YouTubers have had these for a while. But new to Aquarium Co-Op stocking them is the Ziss egg tumbler. So what do they call this? The ZET65, the fish and shrimp incubator. This is a literal game changer if you are breeding fish that lay eggs. Now, I mentioned a lot of species, or it's not species, cichlid species, right? But this can also fall into your plecos. My yellow zebra plecos, I can tumble those eggs. As I say, I have really good success tumbling the eggs from my Egyptian mouth brooders. Now, this is an artificial way of tumbling those eggs. You can let the female hold them to term. I've just found higher hatch rates when I pull the eggs from an email, tumble them in my incubator. This thing is awesome. Gosh, I love this thing. So I want to get out of the box here and kind of show you why I like this so much. And in the way of I can truly say that I've had experience with this is I purchased one of these from eBay a few weeks back. Almost paid $80 for it after shipping. It's a ship straight from Korea because I wanted to try this so bad with my Egyptian mouth brooding eggs. Now, Aquarium Co-Op brought them in, and you can purchase them from Aquarium Co-Op for $30. $29.99 is gonna get you what I think is the best egg tumbler. Now, I can say that because I've tested this against two other egg tumblers. Now you're gonna be like, well, there's so many other market. Yeah, there's a bunch on the market. But after buying one of these from eBay, I purchased a cobalt egg tumbler from Amazon, and then one of the generic egg tumblers from Amazon. And the cobalt one was like $35 on Amazon. The generic one was like $13. Generic one is freaking garbage. I hate it. It draws water in from the bottom. And like a lot of people say they had success with it. But my issue is the lift tube on it was so tall, I actually had to cut it to get it to fit into a shorter size tank. Because right now I've set up a 10-gallon tank hooked up to an air manifold that allows me just specifically to tumble eggs in. And I did some testing with, again, the Z65, the Ziss version, the Cobalt version, and that generic version. Now the Cobalt version is practically a knockoff of this Ziss tumbler. I mean, the shape is very identical. The way the lift tube goes into the tumbler, where it actually is gonna push water and air down through, identical. But you get into subtle differences. Ziss includes their Never Clog Airstone. Hopefully that's focusing. Let's take a look here. Now this is their like old version of it, I guess. It's the I don't want to say old, it's the non-weighted version of this Never Clog Airstone. This is by far a superior airstone than what's going to come in other tumblers. And the Cobalt one tried to copy this, failed, and then the generic one from Amazon, my gosh, that airstone was complete trash. Another thing though is the Ziss one, they include the awesome premium Ziss air valve. And you've heard me rave about these things. I love these air valves, very high quality. You know, the Cobalt one includes this very generic air valve, and they try. And then the Amazon one, I can't remember if they included an air valve. I think it's literally one of the ones where if you like look at it, it breaks. So anyways, the Ziss, oh my gosh, for 30 bucks, you can't go wrong with this thing. Now, to set this up is super simple. This is actually what's going to be the lift tube on this. And these pieces are all going to fit in conjunction. It's very simple to figure out. That the airstone will actually sit down inside of this, and your airline is going to attach here. So a little bit of airline will be needed to include right in the centerpiece. Airline will attach on top. And what's nice too, as the Ziss includes a little portion of clear airline tubing. But then if you've also seen my other videos going on here, if you need to change this out, check out the Aquarium Co-Op airline tubing. It's the best stuff ever. So to attach your air stone, they included this small rigid piece of airline tubing. You can attach this. That is a perfect fit down the center tube. And then everything is just go from there. This thing is absolutely incredible. Now, another awesome feature of this is that it blows others out of the water. It can stand. If you've ever tried loading an egg tumbler, like flopping around in the water, and you can literally fill this with water, stand it on a counter, stand it on a table, stand it on a shelf, load your eggs with it, then load it into the tank. So this does come, the way it's going to sit in the tank is going to be attached with the ever incredible Ziss suction cups. These things are incredible. But then the way this is designed is that this back clip, did you see I can tap that? You hear that? That slides right down into this portion of the suction cup. So that's going to suction cup to the side of your tank. Now all you got to do to release this, push that in. Watch this. Whoop. Pull that off. It's that simple to move this thing around, right? To pull the fry out of this now after they've hatched. But I took some B-roll footage of these to show you is that the way this kind of just like cradles the eggs and just hovers them in the tumbler is incredible. I think it mimics the action of tumbling eggs very well compared to the Cobalt one and to the generic Amazon one. Now, Aquarium Co-Op having this one, the Z65 at $29.99 versus, actually let's look here, because I have it pulled up in front of me. I bet you, and I purchased the Cobalt from Amazon. Let's take a look. I have it pulled up right here. Cobalt egg tumbler. Well, they're often going to be called the egg rocker. All right, so the Z65 is actually back in stock on Amazon for 40 bucks. That is literally half of what I paid off eBay to get this shipped direct from Korea. But even then, Aquarium Co-Op beats that price. Now the Cobalt Egg Rocker 55, it's like a mini egg tumbler, so it's actually smaller than this, which means you can't fit as many eggs into it. And if you're breeding some big cichlids, they're gonna drop a massive amount of eggs. It's $32.74 right now. And it's, at the time of me filming this, it says there's 3 in stock, more on the way kind of a thing. So for a overall, just better product and a larger one. It's cheaper from Aquarium Co-Op. Now, if you're not in the States, right, you can't get access to this. So if you're not in the States, check out some of these things on Amazon. You can still get this Ziss 65. But just the way this works in conjunction, right? The sponge is on top, it gets filtered. This was just literally the best egg tumbler I found. And I found when I dosed a little bit of methylene blue into that tank, I have a 10-gallon tank now just set up specifically to hold egg tumblers and breeder boxes so that I can hatch eggs, I can raise fish without getting fungus and that kind of a thing. So just literally, my experience is the Ziss 65 is the best egg tumbler I've used. Now I've used 3 of them, right? So I take it for what you will. But now moving from here, let's say, and this is how it works so well in conjunction with me, after the eggs hatch. Oh, I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited here. After the eggs hatch, you got to move those baby fish somewhere. And this is where the second product comes in that Aquarium Co-Op sent me on. I love this product. But for real though, I bought 2 of these egg tumblers before I knew that Corey was actually sending this to me from Aquarium Co-Op, because this is how much I like this product. But where'd I put it? There it is. All right, let me show you the second product that came in this brand ambassador box. And this again is something I've used in my fish room for a few weeks now, and something again I bought off eBay for like double the cost because I wanted to try it, and it proved so effective. So what we're looking at now here is the new, again, it's not new, it's new to Aquarium Co-Op, the internal hang-on breeder box from Ziss. Now, I did some comparisons on this, kind of comparing it to the Marina hang-on breeder boxes and, the Ziss internal breeder box. And what's interesting is the Marina is obviously an external hang-on box. The Ziss sits inside. I'm actually running one of these Ziss in the fish room and 2 of the Marina hang-ons. I'm probably going to change over to both of these Ziss breeder box. Now, I know like Barry Aquatics is a big fan of those Marina breeder boxes, and I can't blame him now that I've used them a little more. I actually do find them to be very valuable to have in a fish room. But check look at the precision of this thing. Like if you just want something that looks good, this Ziss breeder box just looks good. Now there's been some upgrades that mine doesn't even have, but I love, all right, let me kind of show you here. Getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited about these products. Oh, we're gonna mix some things. Okay, so once again, you have the air stone and the air valve included. That's a very positive thing. Now check this out though. Let's get started here. So, 2 options to hang this box. Option number 1 is the same suction cup setup we saw with the egg tumbler. And that's actually what mine came with, the one I bought previously from eBay a couple weeks ago. And then again, I've had no issues using these suction cups, no issues whatsoever. But now they've sent out this awesome bracket for this to hang with. And this is literally what I was so excited about, is like the suction cups are great, but guys, to have this bracket, and I got to figure out how to install this thing. I don't read instructions. That's going to hang this that much more stable, adjustable screw, and it's an adjustable screw that's going to fit tanks with rims on it. The brackets, I'm so tired of getting things that are only built for rimless aquariums. This will hold to a rim tank. Let me get into these features of this. So, there it is. All right, this piece is gonna match up to this side, and it's a little reservoir. Now the air stone is actually gonna sit down inside of this, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna draw air up into the box filter and then circulate it within the box filter and push it out through the 3 stainless steel mesh sides, bottom. It's awesome. The flow you can get whipping in this thing is incredible. And that's my big beef with the Marina breeder boxes, is it's just like a little trickle. Now, for some fish, yeah, you don't want rushing water in it, but you can still take the entire advantage of having some air, some flow in this box, but still have flow coming in underneath it, coming through it, coming around it, because it's in your aquarium. Now that is the disadvantage. This one will go in your aquarium, and this is a hefty thing. I don't have a tape measure up here, do I? I think I took it away for other projects. Does it say what the dimensions are? I don't think it does. I mean, it's a fairly big box there, right? So it's going to take up some space in there. And I've used these in like 20 longs, and it's not so much space. You're like, oh, that's terrible. But the construction of this thing is awesome. Now, again, there's an awesome lid that's attached to it. But here's this. So I've used the egg tumbler to hatch my mouth brooder eggs. Then I use the breeder box to raise them up. And this is perfect for feeding baby brine shrimp into. You put a little piece of Java moss in here. But here's the thing is, let's say you have a live bear, a guppy, right? A female guppy that's about to drop fry. Move her over into this. Now you haven't adjusted water parameter. The entire thing is going to stay the same temperature of your tank because it's inside your tank. She can drop the fry. You pull the female back out, and you can raise that entire group of fry in this thing until they're ready to be moved into the main tank. Like it's so big. I think there's this, and you get the. I think in the marinas, you're limited to kind of that water volume in it. This, you literally get the entire water volume of your entire aquarium because it's inside of it. So I'm so happy that Aquarium Co-Op brought these breeder boxes. And listen to that. High quality plastic right there, if you ask me. These are going for $35, so $34.99 in Aquarium Co-Op. Let's see if we can find this on Amazon again. That was a fun comparison. Because I bought mine from eBay, and I literally paid like double the price, but it was one I was so excited to try. Ziss breeder box. What do we come up with here? All right, that's interesting. They must have got a few things back in stock. So the Ziss breeder box, the one I have, which is a little different, it's not going to have the bracket, and it does not have this plastic brace on the bottom, nor does it have the steel mesh on the bottom, is $40 on Amazon. And then, what is this one actually classified as? Okay, so the one that Aquarium Co-Op is carrying is the BL3T. The one I bought previously is the BL2B, but then it looks like a very similar one, if not the same one, goes for $119 on Amazon as I'm filming this right now. So for $35, if you're in the States, of course, you can get like what I really think is the best breeder box. Now, people are going to argue that the marinas are better, and I understand that. If you have small tanks, Barry Aquatics has honestly been the one that has used the marina breeder boxes in the best fashion I've ever seen. But for myself, with a little bigger fish, little bigger tanks, these are perfect. These are perfect for what I'm doing. So if you've got a larger tank, I say 20 gallons up, and you're breeding fish, or if you accidentally breed fish, these are perfect for you. Now, you pair either of these with the USB nano air pump. Now, here's my thinking on this, right? Okay, let's say you got one tank, cichlid tank, whatever it's going to be, and you want to use both of these products. Let's say you can use both of these products. A USB nano air pump, you're going to run this to tumble the eggs. Those eggs hatch. You're going to move them over here to this breeder box, hook up the USB air pump to this. You've now got flow in this. But the advantage of this breeder box, you got German blue rams, angels, something that lays eggs on like a rock or a slate. Move that over to this and let them hatch in here, and then you don't have to move them. I've literally done that. I've actually tumbled and hatched mouth brooder eggs in this breeder box. So again, not using an egg tumbler, my first batch I did in the Ziss breeder box and found success with it. So guys, I really hope that did not come across as a sales pitch, because you guys shredded me in my last video about a product. But I really have now used both of these products before Aquarium Co-Op even started carrying them. I can give my endorsement of wherever you choose to buy these from. This is the best egg tumbler I've ever used, and will now be the one I use exclusively in my fish room, because now I have, 4 of them? Probably gonna add a 5th one just in case. And now I have 2 of these breeder boxes, and I will use my marinas because I'm gonna need the space at times. but for just overall durability, quality construction, price point, and just operational, yes, the Ziss breeder box is fantastic and is my favorite over those marinas because I can actually close my lid now, right? And I got tricky. If you don't want to kink your airline, close your lid right on the edge of this air valve. So it's going to kind of bump your lid up a little bit, but it's going to allow air circulation running through it. So what are we at now? Like 20 minutes? 20 minutes? All right. So guys, long video, I know that, but I hope this helped. If any of you are considering purchasing either of these products, I hope this review helped because I have actively used both of these in my fish room and my background light just kicked off on me. So I think that really is time to wrap up this video because you know when lights are going out, it's time to be done. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me on this one. If this review helped of these two products, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one.